Hey, what is up, people? Okay, I'm up late. Took a little nap. Having a little bit of like a late night kind of like, I don't even know what you call it, so. Yeah, having trouble sleeping, so. Doing a little bit of a test here. Testing out a little bit of these new sound equipment here, so see what we're doing here, you know. Could be doing good, could be doing bad, don't know. I don't think a whole lot of you are awake right now, so unless I'm getting some of the people from like overseas or some shit. Hey, good morning, Zeb. Doing pretty good, just testing some equipment out here. Having a little bit of insomnia here in the States, so we'll see what happens, you know. Might be on for about an hour, test the equipment out, see how it works, see how we do, you know. Yeah, it is very, very late actually out here. California, it's about 3:30 in the morning. I was just having a little bit of a insomnia type thing, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and play with the equipment a little bit. So I was playing with the computer a little bit, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and go live for a little bit and see what's going on, you know. You know how that goes. Well, thank you. Audio is way better than all your recent streams. Well, thank you so much. No, I know that my mic has been a little bit hot lately. It's definitely. Hello, Mr. Kindle. How are you doing this evening? I hope you are doing well. Playing a little bit of that old gothic music here, so something like that. So yeah, I fell asleep for a while, so like I said, I was having a little bit of a problem with staying asleep now, you know. Thing is strange, I'm usually up around this time, so I'm like wondering if maybe it might possibly be a thing where maybe I might do a stream at this time in the morning. I don't know. That'd be pretty cheesy. I mean, we used to have Rachel that was at like 6 a.m. in the morning, so I don't know. I mean, maybe not at like 3:30, 4 o'clock might be something different. I don't know. Who knows? Might be different, so I don't know. I don't know. See if there's enough following for it. I don't know. So we shall see. It could possibly be a thing, you know. We don't know, so. What should we play next? Does anybody have any ideas? You know, it's funny because Zeb said audio is way better than all your recent streams. Usually it seems like when I do these solo streams by myself, audio seems to like come in very, very clear. So, where I have more control, I guess, of the audio. Hey, how are you doing, Satan? Satan says, hey, Dustin. Yeah. Just doing a quick little test. Maybe I'll be on for about an hour or so. Maybe it's like 4:30, something like that, you know. Just testing a couple of things out. Seeing how they work. Hiding behind my little logo there. Instead of having like you people having to look at my ugly face, so. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Is anything else interesting? Yeah. Pretty crazy. Not used to being on at this time in the evening, so. Or this time of the morning, actually, I guess you might say. Because it's actually not evening, it's morning, so. I was about to say, yeah, it's a morning show, yeah. Try not to say, like, you know, too much of the morning show, because, I mean, we know the one who should not be named used to have the morning show. But she used to bring a lot of freaking drama. You know, I don't like bringing all that freaking drama, so you know how that goes. I like keeping it a real mellow ship, you know. Everybody just go ahead and have fun and chill out, you know. Regis, like Regis and Kathy Lee. Is that what we're trying to say they're saying? Very amazing. There's like already 6 people here at like, well, for me it's 3:30 in the morning, so. Finding it unusual that anybody would be interested at this time of morning, so maybe it might be a thing. Maybe I get up at like, you know, the thing is, I never wanted to take over the time slot of like Rachel's show. I just always thought it would be like so cheesy to try and do that, you know. But I guess maybe if I did just plain music and a little bit of conversation, maybe there's a market for it, you know. Maybe there's people like really craving that or something. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just not that ambitious, I guess you might say. Not ambitious enough to be like where I want the morning show. No, I don't think so. I have not even considered that, Zeb. Whether or not I was going to purchase it or not. I did purchase the 1 LP set, of course. But do not know if I'm going to go ahead and go into the 3 LP. Don't know if I'm like ready to delve that deep into that yet, so we shall see. We shall see. If anything pops up that I'm really, really, really interested in, it might be a possibility, most definitely. We shall see. Oh, here's a little bit of Love and Rockets from the 7th Dream of Teenage Heaven. A lot of people did not like this album. A lot of people did not discover Love and Rockets until Express. But I really, 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 really love this album. So Zeb says none of the remixes I've heard so far is any better than the original version. I'm going to pass on it. I rather want new music or Blu-ray editions of Play in orange, etc., etc. You know, I really would like to have a 4K version or even a 1080p version of The Cure in orange. I would love to own that. I have the original VHS, and I have a version here that I got from a YouTube that they sent it to 4K. It looks more like it's a 1080p. You know, hey, I'm not looking give horse in the mouth. You know, most definitely. It's a pretty good version. I'm pretty happy with it. So I do have that downloaded. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So very happy with it. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. So there you go. Sounds like my wristwatch. You're talking about the ticking? Tick, 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 tick. There you go. Excuse me. It's weird. This is like in Southern California right now. It is like 3:30, so in an hour I may switch from my beer here to coffee, so who knows? You know, maybe I'll stay on for another couple of hours. Who knows? You know, maybe this will be my little niche. You know, I've been trying to find my little niche recently. You know, me and Gorillies and a lot of people from the Nighttime Crew have been trying to discuss, you know, how are we going to push me to the 1,000 subscriber, you know, the 1,000 subscriber, what would you call it, the plateau. There you go. You know, maybe it'd have to be me, coming in the evenings, playing in the mornings, playing a little bit of music. So, there you go. It might work. Good morning, Mr. Spring Hill Jim. How are you doing, my man? You know, I know a lot of people have a lot of animosity towards Spring Hill Jim. I love this guy. Me and him share a lot of the same interests in music. So, F a lot of people. I love Spring Hill Jim. Thank you, Satan. Thank you for being sub. Like I said, you know, I'm trying to push to that 500. Maybe I might get there. But like I said, I'm not really too, you know, not too focused on subs. I kind of like having just a good amount of people to be able to discuss shit with, you know. Ink and paper, modern English. I don't know how many of you like modern English, but, you know, ink and paper. A little bit of an unknown jam from them. A lot of people know modern English for, you know, Melt With You. But I like to really say I love this song, Ink and Paper by them. So, hey, Sean the Bond, how are you doing? Good morning, guy. Good morning, good morning. How you doing, my man? So let's go ahead and see if we can pull a little bit, since we have Springfield Jim in the house. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull a little bit something here. A little bit of something here. Maybe for him here. I'm going to pull this song right here. The only reason why I'm going to pull this song, excuse me, is because it reminds me of one of my friends who was like all into customizing cards and stuff like this. Who's into customizing cards and stuff of that sort, so you may understand after I play the song after this next song. So okay, how about some Morrison? Are you speaking of like some Jim Morrison maybe? Because I could do that for you, Satan, if you want. I can go ahead and play some Jim Morrison. I do have another song right now that is queued up, which is going to be for Spring Hill Jim. And after that, if you want a Jim Morrison song, the Door song, I will do that for you. Most definitely. Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, Spring Hill Jim. I am somewhat of an Oasis fan. Not fully an Oasis fan. A lot of things I do disagree with them. I do not like them about, so. But I do have a couple of their albums, of course, in my collection. I mean, anyone who has good taste in music would definitely end up having a couple of their albums in the collection. You know, so. Yeah. What's the Story of Morning Glory? Most definitely. I have that in my collection. On CD, definitely, maybe. CDs. Don't have them on vinyl. I think that would be the true test if you really, really, really are into a band, if you have them on vinyl. But I do have them on CD, so. I'll say much. Hey, Martin McGrath, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oasis underrated in the States. Yes, but then again, you know. Oh, you said overrated or over? Oh wait, underrated in the States, overrated in Britain. Okay. You know, me myself personally, I like to think that like Oasis is like part of like the I guess you would say the British like pop movement, like Pulp, Blur, stuff like that, you know. Here in the United States, we really didn't get too much about that. We didn't really get too much into like, you really, I mean, we got into Blur, we got into stuff like that, you know. We got into Blur, we got into Pulp, but we really had to seek it out. Yeah, really had to seek it out. So I think like in a lot of cases, Oasis was like kind of in that vein, maybe. So you see, Satan, I think like. I think Satan's being tasteful. See, I don't think it's fair to compare Satan to Jason Rojas. If we go there, so. Boy Racer, great choice, Dusty. Thank you so much, Springfield. Oh, okay. No worries. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and pick another song here. Let me see what I'm looking at here. So we shall go here. Here's a good song. Haven't heard this song in quite a while. I am more of a South Park grammar person myself, more than maladjusted, most definitely. I am way more into South Park grammar. I'll be perfectly honest. Most definitely. Said, oh, okay, no worries. Now, Satan did not clarify whether or not that was a... Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Bless me. Oh, I'm sorry. It did not clarify whether or not that was Jim Morrison he was talking about, or whether it was like, the Doors, or what it was he was seeing he wanted to hear or so. I strongly agree Oasis over Blur. A lot of people would do, but me myself personally, I would say Blur over Oasis. Condemn me as you may, Martin. So Jim is single-handedly carrying the Smiths name on here, which is surprising for how good they are. Most definitely. Me and Groovy Lisa have had this argument over and over again. About the Smiths and Morrissey. So it's yeah. Some minutes of these here best ignored, Dusty. As you have not noticed, I do ignore a great deal of them. I kind of like go on my own meld. I do my own thing, apart from the VC, most definitely. Yes. Most definitely. Satan, I'm joking, sorry. I will get these messages highlighted from this later. Oh, sorry, I mixed it up. How about some new writers of the Purple Sage? That is something I have not heard in a while. Most definitely. Martin McGrath, oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. And I shall be right back. It is time for a little bathroom break, but I will be right back. And I'm back, sorry. I've used the little boys' room. Yes, that last song, that last song was soft cell, most definitely. Let me see, Rose Growing Cover. The original was a hit from one of March. Now, to be perfectly honest, Spring Hill Gym, I did not know that. But now that I know that, I will most definitely look her up. What's your favorite other live stream, Dusty? That's interesting because that's a good question. To be perfectly honest, there's not too many live streams I think that I would. There's not too many live streams that I like to go on anymore. You know, I kind of like to do my own thing now. I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, there's not too many. Not too many people I like to hang out with anymore. You know, I kind of have my own thing going, and sometimes it seems like, you know, I guess I would just it's the best thing to say is you know, I just doing my own thing. So, you know, yeah, I just doing my own thing. So, I don't know. Why, thank you so much. Flow state. That's the whole, what can I say, what's the best thing to say? It's the manosphere type thing, I guess, you know? You know, the manosphere thing is great, but I'm just not into it, you know? You know, just not too into it. You know, I did have a good Father's Day. My kids took me out to dinner. You know, they bought me a couple of things to, you know, they bought me a couple of records, and they bought me a couple of crafts beers, because I do like my beers, stuff like that. So it's a pretty good, you know, holiday, you know, most definitely. You know, it's pretty good. Roddy Frame was 16 when he wrote this. Amazing. He was like a child prodigy, just about. You know, Roddy Frame. I had a opportunity to see Roddy Frame or run into him. I think it was at NAM, you know, National Association of Music Merchants, probably about 6 years ago. You know, I won't say who I work for, but I work for a company where we do end up at the NAM show every year, and he was there, so I was able to go and talk to him for a little bit. But great guy. Yeah. This traces up on me. There you go. Televerse. Hi, Satan. Martin McGrath says, how do you know what artists you can and can't play? Are you talking about which artists look at you you know, shut down and won't? Trial and error, Martin. Trial and error. You know, you end up finding out. Trial and error. Do you think the 80s music is underrated? I think the 80s, I mean, I don't want to sound like an old fart, but I think the 80s was a great era. But, I don't think it was underrated. I mean, a lot of people give it its due, you know, to be honest. A lot of people give it its due. So, yeah, I can't say that it was you know, Yeah, I don't think it was like given this whole thing where it was like, people didn't appreciate it. So I know there's a lot of people like, I wouldn't appreciate it. Yeah. It had its time. It had its time. There you go. Most definitely, it had its time. Had its time. Go ahead and see what song I'm going to play here next. Well, thank you, Jeff. I hope you had a great Father's Day yourself. Do you think the easy music? Oh, okay, we're gonna answer that question. Flying by the Beatles won't get your. Well, yeah. Beatles. It's kind of hard to say. It's like, you have to like. I think it's like if you talk over a song, maybe, you can go ahead and keep it under wraps, and you won't get shut down. So, it just depends. Myself personally, I talk over a lot of music, so maybe that's the reason why I get away with it, but, yeah, like I said, depends, Not sure Rojas tried it and didn't suffer a takedown. I think it has, there's multiple factors. Okay, Jim. I think it has to be, one, like the time of the day, like right now in the United States, it's the middle of the night right here in the United States, so maybe there's like not so many people listening, as we can say, so I can go ahead and talk over it, and maybe I'm getting away with it. So I think that's one, time of day. To what it is you play and whether or not you talk over it. That's another thing. So I think there's certain bands like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, the Eagles, the Beatles. Those things will get you taken down right away. But who the fuck knows? Let's be honest. Who knows what the algorithm is? We don't know. We think we may know, or we think we're figuring it out from time to time, but I don't think we ever really do. I really don't think we do. We think we may be figuring it out, but yeah, maybe we're not. Maybe we really aren't. So yeah. Let's find something else interesting here to play. This could be interesting. Here we go. Let me see. It's 8 p.m. in Tokyo. 8 p.m. The Beatles are privileged Rojas platforms them. You guys talk about him already. Talk about Rojas. So here we are obsessed with him. To tell you the truth, I'll be perfectly honest. I like Rojas. I've never had any problems with him, but then again, I don't get involved with too much of the drama anymore. When I first started, I used to get my fucking ass stuck in the middle of the drama, and I just kind of learned. I was like, bullshit wasn't gonna get me anywhere. So, I guess it just depends, Dusty, in terms of documentaries, the anthology are most definitely the anthology. The anthology goes more in depth. Complete Beatles was kind of like, it was kind of half-assed in my opinion. You know. And if they want the Complete Beatles to compete with the anthology, they need to like really step up their game and like they need to like remaster that shit, most definitely. It's 6 a.m. here in Oklahoma, while here in California it is 4:02 in the morning. So, Mr. Jorgen, well, thank you for being here, Mr. Jorgen. How you doing? Jorgen S, most definitely. Spring Hill Jim says, I rewatched Complete over the weekend on VHS. It's a good introduction for new fans, casual fans. I have a rip of the VHS. I don't have the actual VHS, but I do have a very, very good rip. Anthology, though, I think, of course, most definitely does blow it out of the water, so most definitely. I agree, Jim. You know, I think the both are the same. Complete is like the stuff people wrongly cut out. Could be, most definitely. You know, could be. Hey, Jorgen. It's 13 in the afternoon here in Sweden. Hi, Zweb. Hey, Jorgen. Hi, Satan. Yeah, Jorgen is someone I don't usually get over here a lot, so it's great to have Jorgen here, most definitely. Let me take a look here. Since we have an extensive list of like music to choose from here. Let's take a look here. Oh. So, haven't heard this song in a while. This would definitely be interesting. Yeah, the thing about like when I first started here on YouTube, I was trying to do a whole lot of like 80s music, and I learned real quick that a lot of people had a certain limitation for 80s music. So, you know. But I'm trying to find my niche again. I will find my niche again, you know. And, you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll grow again. Who knows? Maybe this might be my time. Maybe it's like, you know, 4 o'clock to like 6, you know, is my time, you know. Especially for people that are overseas who probably get a lot more of my, like my type of music that I'm into, you know. So could be, you know. On my days off, maybe I need to go ahead and set my alarm to go ahead and get up at 4 and do a couple of hours. Maybe people might like that. Wow. You guys are freaking awesome. I find it amazing that I'm like at almost 20 viewers at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm probably getting a lot of overseas people, which I never usually get. Usually I go on at like 8:30 in the morning. So well, no, I'm sorry, 8:30 in the evening, my time. Which is like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. It's like 11:30, 12 o'clock, midnight for like, you know, people on the East Coast here, so. So yeah, it's a little bit different there. And of course, I am not fully like, you know, aware what like the overseas time is, so there's that too. So oh, what am I doing here? Here we go. Although I know that me and you're going to have a lot of the same taste in music, so yes, me and you're going to most definitely have a lot of the same taste in music, so I'm going to take a risk here on the next song I'm going to play. I'm going to see if maybe... I remember this is a record that I bought during the early 80s. So, it was during the 80s. I used to work at this little record store in Downey that was called Middle Earth Records. And to be perfectly honest, I worked for records more than I did for money. You know, because I would go ahead and take records home like they were like candy, and the owner of the record shop would go ahead and he kept a tab, would keep a tab, whatever records I took home, and would go to my paycheck, and my paycheck would be like, oh, well, you work so many hours and you have like, I would get like $40, but I bought all these records, so. It was pretty fun. Although, like I said, I bought so many. He used to get imports and stuff like that. And at first, he used to play this game where he would say they were imports, but they were basically records from Canada and stuff, which I guess I really didn't consider imports, but they were imports. You'd have all this different Jesus and the Mary Chain from Canada, and Gene Loves Jezebel, and different stuff like that, and so I'd have all these records from Canada, which I guess were technically considered imports when they really weren't. But he would also give me all the different Bauhaus and Tones on Tail and all the Peter Murphy, because I was really into Bauhaus, Bauhaus and Peter Murphy and Tones on Tail and stuff like that. So Good night, Saint. It was nice having you here. It was nice to have you here. Great. Thank you so much. Glad to still have Jorgen here. Jorgen said, indeed, 80s rules. Yes, it does. Martin McGrath says, goodbye, William. I really don't think that's William. Yeah, I really don't think that's William. This is another band that I used to really, really like. I came across a record during the 80s. It was called Friends. And I think that was the main song they had was This Sunday Morning. They were called The Bolshoi. I really thought they were a great band at the time. Don't think they really did much else other than this. They're kind of an underground thing. Not everybody knows who they are. Maybe a few people do. Yeah, but not really. So, Dusty, did you read? No, I did not. Did I miss it? Was there something I should have, read in Trouser Press magazine? Sorry. Jason Rojas said that was the state. So I'm sorry, Jason. I'm definitely sorry. Don't want to offend you. I really do not think that you are William, because William would be a little bit more abrasive than you've been being. You're very, very unabrasive. Whereas William is very abrasive. William went after me. I'll be perfectly honest. William went after me in a triad on Instagram, and I kind of let it go, because I was like, I'm not gonna go ahead and get into that whole thing, I felt like he was kind of dragging me into a whole, drama content type thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna get on this shit, so I just went ahead and let it go. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, alright, well, whatever. Let's see, what else should I play here? Yeah, I felt like he was kind of like trying to drag me into a I guess you could say like he was trying to drag me into a drama content type thing, where he'd go ahead and say well, Dusty spins this or this spins that. It was just kind of like I just was like, didn't understand, because I think he told me something to the extent like, your stream is crap and blah blah blah, whatever else. I was kind of like, okay, well, everybody's allowed their opinion. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I understand sometimes my stream can be crap. I don't have the, most popular people in the VC on my panel. I understand that, and so he was kind of like, he was going after me. I was like, all right, well, whatever. And I figure if I had turned around and said something back, or had bit at whatever it was he was telling me, I'm thinking that's just gonna be content for him to be like, well, that's expensive, this just, I wasn't gonna do that, so just let it go. Yeah, about 6 months ago, somebody released Paul McCartney's acoustic demo of Step Inside Love. I'd rather have that than Carnival of Light. To be perfectly honest, Spring Hill Jam, I am just barely at this point in my life, which is pretty sad because I'm 53. I'm barely getting into learning the whole, ethos of this whole Paul McCartney thing. I've been doing the crunch time thing, listening to the albums, because I want to get a grasp on, because I don't want to be one of those people that just talk shit when they don't really know, what they're talking about. It's I want to listen to all the albums and form an opinion and be like, okay, I really don't like that. I really do like this. I really don't, type thing. So I've been kind of doing that thing lately, because you have to understand. It's I have a lot of Beatles people on my channel, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not really a Beatles person. I listen to Beatles. I own Beatles albums. But I'm not a full-on Beatles person. I'm mostly I'm not even really a 60s or 70s type person. I'm mostly an 80s person, mostly. So, but William, yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, is kind of I'm kind of I kind of try and let it go, because I know basically what he's doing is trying to create content for his channel. I don't know, like I said, most people I don't understand is because my channel is such a small channel. I'm 400 and whatever odd number subs. So why would you come to my channel try and start any drama? It's there's not a big audience there, you know what I mean? It's really not a big audience. So Macca says people will lose interest in Carnival Light when they hear it. It's the mystery of it that excites people. I'm sure it is as underwhelming as Bob describes it. Could possibly, most definitely be. Most definitely. Zeb says, I doubt Carnival Light is some unreleased masterpiece. It is. If it were, it would be released years ago. There you go. Most definitely. It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day it's fine and next it's black. So if you want me off your back, let me see. Well, come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? Gotta be careful. This freaking program that I'm using to play back. It does pitch control automatically for you. Turn on speed it up or slow it down. Good morning, Malia. You were up early this evening. Actually, you are back east, so actually maybe it's a little bit later in the later in the morning. Getting up for work, I'm assuming. Most definitely. I am off today, which is the reason why I'm trying to do this little show here. The Beatles were a band from England. No. You don't say, Dave. You don't say. I'm really, really doubting that. Welcome, Dave. Malia. Going to work soon. What time is it for you? Here in Southern California, it is 4:19 in the morning. I started at 3:30, so I was okay, well, I'll go on for an hour. So I'm actually testing some of the new equipment that I have here. Some of the new software, so I was okay, let me go ahead and try it out here. But I'm thinking maybe, since no one was on at this time, maybe it could be a possibility in the future that I go ahead and do a little something, in the morning before I go to work, maybe. Get up a little bit earlier since people are really into this. I'm surprising. I'm really surprising people are really into it. I'm alright, you people. Oh, let me see. Dusty, do you like the primitives? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. To be perfectly honest, Spring Hill Gym, I only know of the one single they came out with. Not really, deep dive primitives person, but, I knew of them, so know of them. I thought Beatles were from the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that Doc Docus is rolling in his bed right now as we speak. He's probably in bed going, somebody said, So Jorgen said something. What did Jorgen say? Their first album, Lovely, is very good. Not a bad track on it. Most definitely. And hello, Pete Pardo. First time I've seen you here. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Jorgen has said, hee hee. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Let me see what I was looking for here. Oops. This reminds me of. I think that's the main reason why. I mean, I had many years where I was a DJ. In those many years I was a DJ, of course, I was playing what most people would find popular. So, I mean, that was as much fun as when I was a teenager. I worked for a record store. And when I worked in the record store, I'd play whatever records I wanted, whatever music I wanted, And a lot of it was like stuff like this: Jesus and Mary Chain, Love and Rockets, Jones Tail, Bauhaus, stuff like that. And that's why I think I love doing this on YouTube. It's like, I play what I play, and it's kind of like one of those like run up the flagpole, see who sleeps it type things. Because some people may like it, some people may not. It's just like you never know, type thing. I think Doc likes to sleep in. I take a nap before breakfast myself. After breakfast myself. Let me see. Well, you're at cafe, it'd be 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7. It's already 7:30 in the morning for you, actually, huh? Yeah, for me it's like 4:23 in the morning. Jorg said, hi, Mr. Jeff Kindle. Used to love this band back in the day. The Jam. Wow, thank you, Mr. Rojas. Thank you very much. Yeah, when I was a kid, I remember, I must have been like 14. I had a friend who was named Joey Mason. And his sister was one of those people who got like all kinds of records that were just like the latest thing, They weren't even like, she was into those bands with her. And I think this she had The Jam. I don't remember what the name of the album was, but it had this song on it. And she gave it to him. She just had it. And he let me borrow it. And I took it home, and I must have had it for at least a year before he finally said, oh, I'll just keep it. But it had this song, A Town Called Malice. I used to play this record all the time in the morning when I was getting ready for school or whatever. So I totally got into this jam, A Town Called Malice. Loved it. Loved it. DM Jorgen is. Hey, Lucius, how are you doing? Love the Jam still. Yes, most definitely one of my favorite bands. Definitely. Another one of my favorite bands, The Damned. Alone Again, or this is probably not one of their more well-known albums, but good album nevertheless. Good album, A lot of people know it for Phantasmagoria, stuff like that. Our New Rose. It's later in their career. I always thought it was a good album though. So always thought it was a good album. So. Yeah, but I was going to pull up here. sometimes I even surprise myself what I may possibly end up having in my list here. So it happens. So it happens from time to time. So I think that's one of the things I find most fascinating when you're doing a most definitely, Jason, when you appear in a song, it can take you right back to a certain, it's almost like it take you to a specific moment in time, and those memories are you can't even brush from your face. It's you are stuck right back in that time. It's you can almost smell the things that you smelled at that time and feel the things. It's weird. It's weird. Hard to explain. I mean, but I'm pretty sure all of us have experienced it. Most definitely. Oh, I know, Malia. I know. I know it's dope. Yeah. He's been around for a while. The real days of our house. I know. Could it be you? Could it be you?
Situation gets rough, then I start to panic. It's not enough. It's just a habit, kid. You're sick. Well, darling, this is it. You can all just kiss off into the air. Behind my back, I can see them stare. They'll hurt me bad, but I won't mind. They'll hurt me bad. They do it all the time. Yeah, they do it all the time. 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 Do it all the time. left me, and two for my family, and three for my heartache, and four for my headaches, and five for my lonely, and six for my sorrow, and seven for no tomorrow, and eight, I forget what eight was for, but nine for lost God, 10 for everything. Or you can all just kiss off into the air. Behind my back I can see them stare. They'll hurt me bad, but I won't mind. They'll hurt me bad, they do it all the time. Yeah, they do it all the time. Yeah, they do it all the time. Do it all the time. Do it all the time. Do it all the time.
Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Everybody's still out there having a good time. Early in the morning. 4:34. Southern California time, Los Angeles time. 4:34. Not sure where it may be where you're at. Unfortunately, I do have multiple clocks here. Probably get some, huh? I can tell you what time it is in different time zones. Sense is working overtime. Yo, speaking of, Jason, I need to actually take myself to the casino. Haven't gone in a while. I think not on this day off, which is tomorrow. Probably my next day off next week. I think I'm going to take myself to the casino and see if I can win something. Our very own Guru Lisa, who we all know and love, her mother had a big windfall at the casino this weekend for Father's Day, so yeah, so that kind of encouraged me to go out there and get mine. Yeah. Most definitely. are my people out there still with me? You guys still out there? At least for now, you know. I am having now, I went from beer. Now I'm having a nice lemon lime soda. There you go. Not quite having coffee because after this I am going to try and sleep for a couple of hours, so. At least a couple of hours, so. We shall see if I can. It's funny when it comes to like Tears for Fears, most people are always like, well, I like the album, you know, songs from The Big Chair. You know, I like these songs, you know, Everybody Wants to Rule the World or Head Over Heels, you know. But people seem to forget, like, you know, the Hurting, you know, those albums, so. This is true, Jorgen. Many people often listen only to the biggest hits, and Big Chair is where the biggest hits are collected, with the exception from Sowing the Seeds of Love. Which is true, Sowing the Seeds of Love.
Yeah, yeah.
there you go, you guys. This evening, or actually this morning, I guess it's already over. It has already been almost 2 hours I've been here. Oh my God. That went by so quick. I was having such a good time with it. So I'm going to try and get some sleep because out here in California, it is going to be 5 a.m. But I am thinking I may be back tomorrow morning because this might be a thing because, dang, people are showing up at this time. So, this may be something I do, music in the morning, morning music show. We should have fun. No drama. Not going to do those morning drama shows. Fuck no. Not going to do that. So, we'll get up in the morning and do some music or whatever, But I'm off today, so I'm going to go back to sleep. But in the mornings, I might just get up, have some coffee, talk to guys for a couple of hours, play some music, go to work. So, sounds like it might be a thing. But thank you for being here, Jorgen, Malia, Spring Hill Jim, Loser List, Jeff Kendall, all you people that showed up. I mean, David the Pickboard, Steven, Zeb, Martin McGrath, thank all of you people for being here. I mean, I had over 20 people here. So, damn, I don't even get that many when I do regular hours. So. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. It was great. I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, maybe tomorrow night or tomorrow morning. Well, for me, it's night, so maybe tomorrow morning we'll do the same thing. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.